How's everyone doing? Today I have a Blu-ray and DVD update with 8 pickups right here. And if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them. Let me know which is your favorite from this lot. First up is The Nun and The Meg, which Warner Brothers sent me over to review. So expect a more in-depth analysis of these releases coming up in the future. But The Nun I haven't seen yet. I hated The Conjuring 2. I feel like I was one of the only people that didn't like that movie. I thought it was so cringy and just formulaic, predictable, cheap jump scares, cheap CGI effects. I just hated everything about it. And from the trailers, The Nun looked to be very similar as far as the cheap jump scares and cheap CGI effects. But I'm hoping it will be better than the trailer made it out to be. This is the 4K Ultra HD release. And I really did enjoy the first Conjuring movie, even though it was nothing new conceptually. It was one of the best of its ilk, possession, exorcism-wise. The Annabelle movies were just okay to me. I think I liked the first one a little bit more than Creation. But yeah, the demonic nun in here is what this one, I guess, is all about. You see that in The Conjuring 2. They go to Romania to an abbey to confront this demonic nun, and it's, you know, creepy looking and CGI effects, and I'm sure there's going to be jump scares. So hopefully it'll be better than what I'm expecting. Hopefully it'll be better than The Conjuring 2. Let me know if you saw that one for sure. And let me know what your favorites of all this Conjuring, The Nun, Annabelle realm is, which is your favorite of that world right there, of all those kind of different ones that kind of tie in. Next up is The Meg, which I have seen this one. To me, I was expecting like an all-out, awesome, cheesy shark action movie, kind of like a Deep Blue Sea, which I love that movie. And I really like The Shallows. There seemed to be like a wave of shark attack movies, and I thought The Shallows kind of brought that on of recent. I thought The Shallows was amazing, great character-driven shark attack movie. But Deep Blue Sea was so much fun for me, popcorn entertainment. One of my favorite shark attack movies. But this one kind of, it missed the mark for me. I wanted more from it. I think they should have shown the shark more. It felt more like a romantic drama with a giant shark background. I wanted more of the shark, more shark attack. I didn't really care about the romance, all the extraneous stuff. It just felt unnecessary. There were some scenes in here where they were cheesy fun. I did enjoy parts of it, but overall I thought it could have been better. I'm going to give it another watch and check out the 4K release for it, and expect a review for that coming up soon. And I guess they do have some special features on here, Creating the Beast and Chomp on this, the making of The Meg. And I think there should have been an after credits scene too. They could have easily set this up for a sequel, and I think they should. Why not? I think it did make a good amount of money, so I feel like everything gets a sequel these days, so they kind of missed an opportunity to set themselves up for that. But I did like Rainn Wilson in here. Some of the other characters were fun, but I hated the romance aspect. I just felt that was so unnecessary to me. Next up is Evil Dead 2 from Lionsgate. I love this one. I always felt it was kind of like a bigger budget remake of the first one. It's the same exact thing, essentially. But it's probably my favorite of all the Evil Dead incarnations. I really love Ash vs. the Evil Dead, the TV show. I thought that was canceled way before its time, and I hope somebody picks that up. I know Netflix initially passed on it, but I think it would be a great home for Netflix. Let me know what your favorite Evil Dead take is. You know, the TV show, Evil Dead 1, 2, Armory of Darkness, the remake, which recently got, I guess, an uncut Blu-ray, so I'm looking forward to checking that out too. But this is a phenomenal, my favorite, great mixture of horror and comedy. Absolutely love it. Sam Raimi was phenomenal. Kind of changed the whole landscape of low-budget horror during that period. And Bruce Campbell was amazing as Ash, and I can't wait to check out the 4K Ultra HD release for this from Lionsgate. They're doing a great job with their 4K releases. Next up from Paramount is the 4K Ultra HD release of Mission Impossible Fallout, and I'm looking forward to checking out the 4K release of this. I really enjoyed the heck out of this movie. I am a big fan of Tom Cruise. I feel like he gets a lot of unfair criticism because of his personal life Scientology beliefs. Push that off to the side. He's not doing terrible things like a lot of directors and actors are doing and somehow get past this. Not all of them, but some of them do. Polanski, Woody Allen, the list goes on and on. But put his personal life aside, he's been in a ton of great films. Let me know what your favorite Tom Cruise movie is. But this is all-out action, explosion, espionage. But one of the things is you knew who's one certain character, how that was going to play out big time. There's some good emotional aspects here, but it's all about the action sequences, and it just takes it to another level. Some amazing action sequences. I absolutely loved it. Let me know what your favorite Mission Impossible movie is too. And it looks like there's going to be some good special features here. Can't wait to delve into this. And includes a collectible book in here, Stunts, Raising the Bar. Yeah, and he does some amazing stunts too. Oh man, on the Dubai building, that just made my heart palpitate. But this one too, he jumps out of an airplane. He does all kinds of crazy stunts in here. But just big fan of this series, and just Tom Cruise in general, and all the. I feel like he can do action. He can do more dramatic stuff. I would love to see him do more kind of horror-esque too. He delved into it for a moment. Of course, with Universal's The Mummy, he did a horror-esque role, but I felt like that could have even been darker, and it didn't do as well. It was critically panned, but I still did enjoy that one. I felt like it could have been better, but didn't get enough appreciation as I think it should have. But I'd love to see him do more dark roles. I loved him in Collateral. I think that one's kind of underrated and deserves more attention, but more horror, thriller kind of themed ones. I mean, there's the list of roles that he's done, Magnolia, I mean, of course you go back to Top Gun, All the Right Moves, even, you know, Vanilla Sky, I mean, Jerry Maguire, the list is just, it's so long of great films that he's done, but I feel like recently he's most notably known for a lot of the action roles. Next up, from Blue Underground, Zombie, Lucio Fulci's Zombie with a new 4K restoration. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've seen some screenshots of it, and the screenshots look amazing compared to the previous release for it. Although I will say the zombie shark attack scene, I didn't really like the way that looked from the screen grab, so I'm hoping it'll look a little bit differently when I pop it in. That was the only scene that I think just didn't blow me away. All the rest of the scenes looked amazing from the screenshots. And there's a few different cover releases. I can't remember, I think there's 3 or 4. I'm not 100% sure, but I love this one. The zombie with the worms right there. And then you have the eye scene right there with the piece of wood coming in. That's an iconic one too. So these two are probably the best covers by far. Kind of wish there would have been the zombie shark attack scene. That would have been another great one. But can't wait to delve into this one and check out the transfer. A ton of special features right there. So excited for this one. Amazing. And I know they also released Maniac on a new 4K transfer, so looking forward to checking that out too. Next up, from Redwind signature release right here, is Sunshine. I have not seen this one, but I am looking forward to checking out. And it includes music by John Denver, and it stars Christina Rains, Cliff DeYoung, and Meg Foster. And it's based on a true story, and it was a made-for-TV docudrama that aired on CBS on November 9th, 1973. And at the time, I guess it was the most viewed or most watched television film in history. So it looks like it's going to be a very emotional movie. It's about a woman who has terminal cancer, and she, I guess, writes a journal and I guess leaves it to her family, young daughter and husband. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be very dramatic. Looking forward to checking this one out. And I like the release for it too. If you're a fan of like Twilight Time, it's that same kind of release with the book. And again, I love when they include the booklets, behind the scenes information, and just a lot about the cast and crew and the filming process. And then there's interior artwork. You got the clear case. Yeah, definitely looking forward to checking that out. I like depressing movies, so that seems to be one right up my alley. Next up is All the Creatures Were Stirring, which is from RLJ Entertainment. I did check this one out. I'm going to be doing a full movie review for this one, but it's a Christmas horror anthology. I hated the wraparound story. It's basically this guy and a girl that go on a date, and it's on, I believe, Christmas Eve, and it's a it's a theater essentially. It's where it seems like all the acts that were set up were, except for the final one with the wraparound story, they're doing silent theater essentially. So they're acting out certain scenes, these 3 people on stage, and that transitions into a story, which is obviously, you know, acted out with, you know, real action sequences. And the first one was okay in an office setting. It had some good parts there. It could have been a lot better. It's low budget. The second sequence is amazing. It's almost worth checking this out for that second sequence. There's this demonic creature in a van, and I just love that one. I'd love to see a full-length movie for that one, but that one is by far in a class head and shoulders above the rest of the films in here. Constance Wu from Crazy Rich Asians and Fresh Off the Boat is in here. I think she is awesome, very talented. I love Fresh Off the Boat, absolutely hilarious TV show. Megan Duffy is in here too. I think she's very stunning and talented. She was in the Maniac remake with Elijah Wood, which that one actually blew me away. I think that was actually better than the original. But the rest of the segments in here weren't very good. In fact, the one with Megan Duffy, there's a guy that hits a car and hits Blitzen. And there's kind of a revenge story there. And there's an alien segment here, which is there's a creepy scene in the alien segment with Constance Wu. There's another one where it's a Christmas Carol kind of take. There's a few other segments, but then the wraparound story. The wraparound story has somebody else that's been in a bunch of things. I can't remember who he is, but he's recognizable. He's been in some other low-budget horror. But the wraparound story was probably my second least favorite in here. It's a low-budget horror or Christmas horror anthology. It's about average overall. It's always a mixed bag when you get these horror anthology ones. But the second story is amazing to me. I absolutely love that one, and I think it's kind of worth checking out just for that segment. It's short. I wish that one was, again, longer, and I wish that could be adapted to a feature-length one because I thought it was creepy and unique. The rest of them were nowhere near as good, unfortunately. But I will be doing a full movie review for this coming up soon. It was good to see some familiar faces in here, especially, again, Constance Wu. And there's a few other people. Again, Megan Duffy's in here, too. There's some other recognizable faces, especially if you're a fan of low-budget horror. You'll check them out and realize who they are. Next up is Nathan For You, the complete series from Paramount on DVD. I've not seen this. This is on Comedy Central. There's over 40 minutes of bonus footage on here. It looks really ridiculous and wacky, but it's basically this comedian Nathan Fielder giving, I guess, advice and doing, I guess, segments and skits for small businesses. It seems kind of crazy and ridiculous from the shots and they're shown right here, but looking forward to checking this one out. Let me know if you've heard of this one or seen this one. I had never even heard of this one before, but there you go. Those are the pickups. Let me know if you've seen any of them, what you think of them, and which one was your favorite from this lot. Again, look forward to more in-depth reviews coming up soon, and hope everybody's doing well. Take care.